So, in our local language, in Ghana,
auf meiner Sprache,
we say human tree.
Sagen wir der Menschenbaum.
Literally speaking, human tree.
Also wortwörtlich der Baum des Menschen.
Humans stand for tree.
Die Menschen stehen für einen Baum.
And trees stand for human.
Und Bäume stehen für die Menschen.
Trees absorb nutrients from the soil.
Bäume nehmen ihre
Soil.
Nehmen durch die Erde das, was sie brauchen, um zu wachsen.
Good. And these minerals are taken from the trees.
Und diese Mineralien kommen von den Bäumen.
After being absorbed from the soil.
Ja, die werden von den Bäumen aufgenommen.
So at least when you go to hospital,
also wenn ihr ins Krankenhaus geht,
and you run a kidney function test,
und ihr macht eine Untersuchung für eure,
or you run a liver function test,
oder für eure Leber,
you see one thing that your teacher taught you, your agric teacher taught you in secondary school or high school.
Werdet ihr etwas sehen, was eure Lehrer euch beigebracht haben?
As soil nutrients. Soil nutrients.
Als sozusagen Vitamine der Erde.
The fertilizer for the soil goes into the plant, which is nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, NPK. Okay, don't worry, Madam Interpreter. I know a lot of us here will understand a bit, but the best dancer I saw this afternoon. Sir, I salute. You are the best dancer. And you know something? Don't worry, I'm going to talk about the plants, but let me tell you something.
Ich möchte euch was sagen.
Dancing is one of the best exercises ever.
Tanzen ist einer der besten Wege, Sport zu machen.
And when you come to the house of the Lord without dancing,
und wenn ihr zu dem Haus des Herrn kommt, ohne zu tanzen,
you are like a tree without a root.
Seid ihr wie ein Baum ohne Wurzeln.
Because when you dance, you exercise your entire body, both internally and externally. And especially dancing in the house of the Lord is so unique.
Sehr besonders.
Because you come to the house of the Lord with positivity.
Weil ihr kommt zum Haus des Herrn mit Positivität.
As you think positive,
und wenn ihr positiv denkt,
and you dance,
und ihr tanzt,
your jaws exercise.
Bewegt sich auch euer
as you sing,
und wenn ihr singt,
to glorify the Lord,
und den Herrn zu preisen,
your tongue also exercises.
Dann macht auch eure Zunge Sport.
As you sing,
und wenn ihr singt,
to glorify the Lord,
und den Herrn zu preisen,
your leg and every part of your body exercises.
Macht alles Sport, eure Beine und alles.
Simultaneously.
Und zugleich.
And is the best.
Und das geschieht
a form of exercise for every human being.
Und das ist die beste Form der Bewegung.
Loving God with your heart.
Den Herrn zu lieben mit eurem Herzen.
Is a whole exercise.
Ist auch eine.
So if your heart has a positive exercise or your mind has a positive thought.
Also wenn ihr positives Dachten
and your body responds to it.
Und euer Körper darauf reagiert.
Through dancing.
Durch Tanzen.
It means you are prolonging your lifespan on earth. You see, the reason why it's unique to dance in the church of the Lord.
Der Grund, deswegen, dass so besonders ist, im Haus Gottes zu tanzen.
Is that when you go to the drinking spot.
Wenn ihr dann geht
and you see people dancing.
Und ihr seht, wie Leute tanzen.
There is no formula for the dance. And the end of it is becoming a drunkard.
Und am Ende alle betrunken.
Hallelujah. When you go to the disco,
wenn in die Club geht,
and you go and dance,
und ihr tanzt,
the end of it
ist das Ende?
is getting a stubborn boyfriend or a stubborn girlfriend.
Ist das ein Freund oder eine Frau, die sehr schwierig ist?
But in the house of the Lord,
Das ist ja.
even when you shake,
Auch wenn ihr
you attract a good husband. Hallelujah. Because here is where the positive energy is.
hier ist, wo die positive Energie ist,
If you get a stubborn drunkard from the videos or the sport or the bar,
oder wenn ihr einen schwulen
he will disturb you forever.
wird er euch für immer stören.
And if you get a stubborn boyfriend from the disco,
Und wenn ihr euch einen schwulen Freund aus dem
he
Club
will worry you, not only you, but your parents,
wird er nicht nur dich, sondern auch deine
your
Eltern,
brothers,
deine Brüder,
and everyone in the community.
deine Schwestern und jeden anderen.
So it's better to dance in the house of the Lord.
Deswegen ist es besser, am Haus des Herrn.
Professionally, I'm an nephrologist.
Professionell bin ich
I work
Gerokulist.
on kidneys.
Achso, ich arbeite an Nieren.
Kidneys that have failed.
Nieren, die versagt haben.
Stage 5.
Ungefähr Stufe 5.
That the doctor said there's no way you can live for 5 years more.
Also wenn die Ärzte schon sagen, dass man wahrscheinlich nicht über 5 Jahre leben
I
wird.
can tell you, God says you can live for 50 years
Ich
more.
kann jetzt sagen, dass wir länger leben können.
Through plants
Durch Pflanzen,
that heal us.
die uns heilen.
Through the hands of the Lord.
Durch die Hände des Herrn.
So this afternoon,
Deswegen werde ich
I'll base my teachings on Isaiah 41:19.
das, was ich sage, basiert auf
Isaiah
Isaiah
41:19.
41, Vers 19.
Will someone read it for me in English?
Kann das jemand bitte auf Englisch lesen?
Isaiah 41:19 speak about the voice of the Lord on plants.
Okay, Isaiah 41:19.
Good.
41:19.
Sure.
I'll plant the cedar in the wilderness
I'll plant the cedar tree in the wilderness
and the acacia tree,
and the acacia tree,
the myrtle
the myrtle,
and the oil tree.
the oil tree.
I will set it in the desert, the cypress tree,
The cypress tree was also there,
and the pine,
and the pine.
and the box tree together.
Good. Clap for God. No pastor had read this to me before in my lifetime
Es hat noch nie ein Pastor mir diesen Vers vorgelesen,
because this is the quotation for the herbalist.
weil das Herbalist benutzt um ihren
And the pastor is not a herbalist.
und das
The pastor is not.
und der Pastor ist kein Herbalist.
Good. So I read it when I was in the junior secondary school.
Ich habe das gelesen, als ich noch
I was actually born a healer.
ich wurde zum Heiler. Ich
And
wurde
I
als Heiler
close
geboren.
my eyes and get plants, research about them, and heal you.
Ich habe darüber recherchiert, wie Pflanzen
Or
eingebaut
teach you how to heal yourself naturally,
Und jetzt bringe ich euch das bei,
undiluted.
wie man sich natürlich heilen kann.
So, God was giving a different meaning to what you see there.
Also Gott hat eine andere Bedeutung bekommen als die, die wir da sehen.
It means God can do anything or solve any situation beyond human thinking.
Das heißt, dass der Herr so wandeln kann und Dinge machen kann, die
Und
über unser Wissen hinausgehen.
When your problems have stressed you,
Und wenn unsere Probleme uns stressen,
that you see no solution anymore,
sehen wir oft keine Lösung mehr.
and you wish to give up.
Und wir wollen manchmal aufgeben.
He said he created all these things, and the meaning is that a lot of medicinal compositions found in our pharmaceutical drugs were derived from this and made artificial.
Also das heißt, dass die Medizin, die wir heute benutzen, grundsätzlich von der Natur kam, aber so verarbeitet wurde, dass es nicht mehr so ist.
The plants are mentioned in that quotation
Die Pflanzen, die in dem Vers vorkommen,
were used by our ancestors.
wurden von unseren Vorfahren
They
verwendet.
were used by your Nigerian ancestors.
Sie sie wurden von unseren
They
Nigerian,
were used by your German ancestors.
auch von den Deutschen.
But the only thing that we lacked
Aber das Einzige, was wir nicht haben,
was for us to continue
war, dass wir das weiter,
the research they take.
die Recherche, die wir getätigt oder
Hence,
sollen.
we have forgotten totally about what nature does for mankind in terms of healing.
Deswegen haben wir vergessen, was Natur für uns tun kann in Bezug auf Heilung.
But I'm here this afternoon
Aber ich bin hier,
to encourage you
euch zu ermutigen,
to know yourself as a tree.
euch selber als Baum.
Therefore, let's start with something.
Lasst uns anfangen mit,
We have our plantain,
wir haben Plantain hier,
we have our
wir
pineapple,
haben Ananas hier,
we have, oh good, ananas here. Yes. Oh good. So then the botanical name is Ananas famosus and the German name is Ananas. Good. I'll learn more German. And we have the avocado.
Avocado.
I don't know, this avocado is well known in Africa.
Diese Avocado ist sehr
But I
bekannt.
don't know whether this one has a chicken pox
Ich weiß nicht, ob diese krank
or smallpox
ist
or shingles. I don't know.
oder ob diese Avocado
But it's another species from a different area of the world.
aber es ist eine andere.
So God doesn't mistake.
Also Gott macht keinen Fehler, weil es eine andere Art.
We have our garlic.
Knoblauch.
This ginger is huge,
Wir haben eine große,
but it doesn't burn like the Nigerian ginger or the Ghanaian ginger.
so wie die Afghaner oder Nigeria.
And there's something in it called ginger.
Und da drin ist etwas,
The more the ginger, the more it burns.
wenn da mehr Ginger drin ist, dann brennt.
And we have this pomegranates.
Wir haben Granatapfel.
We have an apple a day keep the doctor away.
Wir haben Äpfel.
And we have a pawpaw, Carica papaya.
Ich habe Papaya.
We have our mint
Wir haben Minz.
and our lime, both green, the lemon and the lime.
Und Limetten und Zitronen.
So we are going to start with the plantain.
Wir fangen jetzt mit dem Plantain.
So healing begins from here.
Sagt, Heilung fängt von da an.
Healing begins from here. Thank you very much. When cooking plantain,
Wenn man Plantain kocht,
if possible,
wenn es möglich ist,
if your tongue doesn't demand the taste of salt,
wenn eure Zunge nicht den Geschmack von Salz benötigt, dann macht da keinen Salz drauf.
if you want to eat your food as medicine,
Wenn ihr euer Essen als Medizin
one
zu euch
boiled
nehmt,
plantain,
wenn ihr das kocht,
don't add salt.
macht kein Salz an.
I don't know whether it's only Africans, but people love salt so much.
Ich weiß nicht, ob das nur Afrikaner sind, aber viele Menschen mögen Salz.
But the whole day,
Aber den ganzen
the
Tag,
amount of salt that must be added to your entire food
die Menge an Salz, die wir zu unserem Essen hinzufügen,
must be half a teaspoonful.
muss ungefähr ein halber Teelöffel sein.
I know after boiling with salt,
Und nachdem man das mit Salz
your stew also has a tablespoonful of salt.
hat auch die Soße einen Teelöffel Salz.
And if you pound fufu with it,
Wenn man damit noch Fufu isst
waiting for your husband to come late night to eat the fufu,
und man auf seinen Ehemann wartet,
you put a marble of salt in the fufu
machen wir auch Salz da,
just to keep it alive.
damit es einfach
Else it will die before your husband arrives.
weil sonst wird es schlecht, bevor er nach Hause kommt.
But henceforth, if you want to care for your body the perfect way,
Aber wenn ihr für euren Körper sorgen
when
wollt,
boiling plantain,
wenn ihr
the
Plantain
first 5 minutes of boiling,
die ersten 5 Minuten des Kochens
pour some of the water on the plantain into a glass.
nimmt ein bisschen von dem Wasser, von dem
That's going to
Glas
help control diabetes.
und das hilft Diabetes zu.
It's going to help your pancreas to produce enough of insulin.
Und das hilft Insulin eigenständig.
If you are suffering from low insulin production,
Also wenn ihr niedrige Insulinwerte habt,
where the beta cells in the pancreas no more produce adequate insulin for your body,
also wenn es selber nicht gut eigenständig
work
herstellt,
on glucose.
oder Glucose.
Within 6 days, the plantain leaf that you have boiled together with the food in it
Innerhalb von 6 Wochen
will normalize your sugar level.
wird unser Blutdruck auch normalisiert.
Say there is no magic in healing. I want to hear from you. There is no magic in healing. There is no magic in healing. The reason why I'm saying this is that a lot of people intentionally eat junk.
Der Grund, weswegen ich das sage, ist, Menschen essen absichtlich
Thinking that at long last,
und glauben, dass nach längerer Zeit,
his pastor is there
dass es der Pastor
to
noch
pray for him.
dass es den Pastor noch gibt, der für
Your pastor will pray for you.
der Pastor betet für dich,
But the feeling of joint pains,
aber das Gefühl von Schmerzen,
the feeling of headache,
das Gefühl von Kopfschmerzen
and kidney failures,
oder Nierenversagen
you can never share with your pastor.
kann man nicht mit seinem Pastor teilen. Oder
He can pray for you,
er kann für dich beten,
but he can't cook for you.
aber er kann nicht für dich kochen.
So whatever you want a miracle for,
Also, wenn immer ein
in terms of healing,
in Bezug auf Heilung,
you have to think twice and heal yourself before you get there.
müsst ihr euch zweimal überlegen,
Because no sickness is pleasant.
weil keine Krankheit ist angenehm.
No sickness is good to experience.
Keine Krankheit ist gut zu widerfahren.
That's why when you have toothache,
Deswegen, wenn ihr Zahnschmerzen habt
you wish it was stomachache.
oder wenn ihr Bauchschmerzen habt,
The night that you have stomachache,
die Nacht, in der es passiert,
you wish it was your leg that had arthritis rather.
wisst ihr das oder wünscht euch lieber, dass ihr woanders schläft.
Say nowhere cool. Nowhere cool. No experience of sickness is pleasant to the human brain. And after boiling it without salt,
Und nachdem ihr das gekocht habt ohne Salz,
just a cup full of this fluid
nehmt einen Becher, der dann davon
from
rauskommt,
the plantain. Just drink it 30 minutes after you have eaten.
und trinkt das 30 Minuten, nachdem ihr das gekocht habt.
30 minutes after you have eaten the plantain,
30 Minuten,
which you added no salt. Which you added no salt. The plantain that you eat
kein Salz dabei,
without salt.
ohne Salz.
When you add the salt,
Wenn ihr Salz hinzufügt,
it will easily influence the condition that you are going to fight, which is the diabetes.
wird es direkt die Krankheit beeinflussen.
There are 2 types of diabetes.
Es gibt 2 Arten,
That's caused by salt
die einmal von
and
Salz
that's caused by sugar.
und die einmal von Zucker kommen.
That's why we have diabetes insipidus. Insipidus is a Greek word which means tasteless.
Das Wort heißt geschmacklos.
And diabetes mellitus, which means sweet or sugar.
Und das heißt süß.
A lot of people are suffering from severe diabetes out of salt.
Viele Leute leiden an Diabetes aufgrund
We
von
eat
Salz
more than necessary.
und wir essen viel mehr als nötig.
You need only 100, maximum of 150 microgram of salt in your body
Wir brauchen nur oder sogar weniger als 100 Mikrogramm.
when you are pregnant.
Wenn ihr schwanger seid
When not pregnant,
und auch nicht,
you need about 75.
braucht ihr ungefähr 75.
But when we check in our bodies here, we check the amount of salt in our bodies,
Aber wenn wir jetzt in unserem
you
Körper
get more than 200 micrograms.
haben wir mehr als 200.
Meaning there's the hypothalamus gland, which produces a fluid for the kidney to work on salt,
Also das heißt, das, was die Flüssigkeit herstellt, damit unser Leben
can be
funktioniert,
destroyed
kann kaputt gehen dadurch.
within 30 years of your life on earth.
Innerhalb von 30 Jahren.
Therefore, the amount of salt that you take into your system can determine your lifespan on earth.
Deswegen, das, was ihr, die Menge an Salz, die ihr zu euch nimmt, kann die eure Leben
Especially if you are diabetic or BP patient.
ganz besonders, wenn ihr Diabetes habt oder irgendwelche anderen Krankheiten.
I plead with you to cut salt to the minimum level.
Bitte ich euch, die Menge an Salz, die zu euch
At least a quarter teaspoon the whole day is good.
ein Viertel Salz pro Tag reicht.
And it's only in Africa that when someone or a parent gives a bitter food to the baby,
Und es ist auch nur in Afrika, wenn ein
especially when a father gives bitter leaf, blended bitter leaf to the young boy. Mother will stand aside and say, why? You want to kill the baby? Allow him to enjoy. And giving this is pure healing to the body. But we think of the taste buds or the bones of cells on our tongues. Don't think about how it tastes. Think about how it heals. We are going to talk about ulcer and plantain. Let me tell you something. I spoke about the use of this for diabetic patients. It should be at least twice daily. So 200 ml of this plantain juice, you have to drink 100 ml, at least a disposable cup, small disposable cup. And you have the 100 ml. And drink 30 minutes after eating.
Und das 30 Minuten nachdem ihr gegessen habt.
Bring down the sugar level completely.
Damit euer Blutdruck auch sinkt.
Why didn't I say immediately after eating?
Wieso habe ich nicht gesagt direkt nach dem
The reason is that digestion of starch into our bloodstream can take some few minutes or hours. But as it goes on, how the blood absorbs that sugar into it can determine how well your sugar will rise or how low it will be. So when you take it 30 minutes after eating, it's in the middle of digestion of the plantain. That's so easy. So you drink it in the midst of digestion. And after assimilation or after digestion is complete, it will bring the sugar in the blood very down, the level around 4.4 or 5 maximum. If you experience burning sensation out of the glucose or diabetes, especially around your feet, never wear a brand new shoe. To church. It seems weird. It sounds weird to you. A lot of my patients that come to me with severe diabetes. So I made mention of ulcer. Ulcer, if you have suffered peptic ulcer or esophageal ulcer in the esophagus or whatever kind of stomach ulcer you are experiencing.
Also wenn ihr irgendwelche Probleme im Bauch habt,
you see that when you break the plantain, when it's fresh,
wenn ihr das Plantain,
there's fluid that comes out of it.
Kommt da Flüssigkeit raus.
That's your medicine.
Das ist eure Medizin.
That's ulcer medicine.
Das ist Medizin.
So you soak the plantain after cutting it into pieces for 3 hours.
Also nachdem ihr das geschnitten habt, dann tut ihr das in Wasser.
If you experience severe ulcer, just cut it into pieces and soak it for 3 hours. Don't peel it. Just soak it. In 3 hours time, just drink a glass full.
Also 3 Stunden lang im Wasser lassen.
After eating.
Nachdem ihr gegessen habt.
Do it morning and evening, just within 3 days.
Zweimal am Tag, morgens und abends.
If you have someone somewhere suffering from ulcer or stomach ulcer, if you have someone somewhere, maybe you are not suffering, but someone in Cameroon, in Gambia, in Nigeria, in Ghana, in Germany, suffering from severe peptic ulcer, where no medicine has been able to cure.
Was auch keine Medizin heilen konnte.
Just let the person soak the pieces of plantain.
Also,
like this one, you soak it in about 550 ml.
Ungefähr 550 Milliliter Wasser.
In Ghana, sachet bag, 1 sachet of water.
Also so eine Packung Wasser.
So after soaking it, then the person divides it into 2 and drinks half morning, half evening.
Also dann die Hälfte morgens, die Hälfte abends.
After meals.
Nachdem sie gegessen hat.
Plantain has no harmful acid.
Plantain hat keine gefährliche Säure.
But if you are diabetic, don't eat ripe plantain.
Aber wenn ihr Diabetes habt, dann ist keine
It can worsen your condition.
Es kann es viel schlimmer machen.
The reason is that when you eat plantain ripe,
Der Grund ist, wenn das schon reif ist,
the taste you feel on your tongue as sugar
der Geschmack, den ihr als Zucker
is the
verspürt,
same sugar it introduces to your body.
ist derselbe Zucker, der in euren
That's
Körper
why ripe banana is not good for diabetes.
Deswegen sind reife Bananen nicht
That's why pineapple is not good for diabetes.
Deswegen sind Ananas
That's why watermelon is not too good for you.
auch nicht Wasser.
Especially in the evening when you are going to sleep.
Ganz besonders kurz
When you
bevor ihr
eat these fruits in the night, it has no work to do because you are not exercising, you are not sweating, so the sugar remains in your body.
Wenn ihr das abends isst, kann euer Körper das nicht ab.
And it adds up to the sugar you have in your body already.
Und das kommt dann nochmal dazu zu dem Zucker, der bereits in eurem Körper ist.
Ripe plantain, ripe banana, ripe pineapple, ripe watermelon are not good and friendly to your body.
Also reife Früchte wie Ananas oder Wassermelone oder Bananen sind nicht gut für euren Körper.
Good. So I've talked about plantain for ulcer and also plantain for diabetes. Let's talk about the lemon and lime.
Wir kommen jetzt zu den Zitronen und zu den Limetten.
Lemon has citric acid and lime also has citric acid.
Die haben beide Zitronensäure in sich,
But the African lemon has raw skin.
aber die afrikanische Zitrone
bigger
hat
than
eine Haut.
And this green lime is just similar to the one we have in Africa.
Und die Grüne sieht auch ungefähr aus wie die von uns.
Their pH levels are almost the same, but not the same.
Der pH-Wert ist fast gleich, aber nicht gleich.
When you go home, there's one good thing about lime and lemon. When you go home, and who eats pork here?
Wer ist hier?
Who likes pork?
Wer ist hier Schwein?
Good. Do this experiment. When you go home, cut lime into 2 pieces and have 2 pieces of pork meat.
Wenn ihr nach Hause geht, dann schneidet eine Zitrone
Squeeze the lime juice on one of the pork,
und schneidet die Zitrone
and the other one don't
das
squeeze the juice. Leave it like that.
Also auf ein Stück Fleisch macht ihr die Zitrone
Don't put the pork in fridge.
und tut es auch nicht in den Kühlschrank.
Within 3 days, the pork will produce maggots.
Und innerhalb von 3 Tagen
The one without lime.
wird das Fleisch.
But the one with the lime, even if you don't cut the lime into pieces, it will never produce a single maggot.
Das mit der Mitte wird niemals.
Maggots, do you know Gogome? Okay, so say Gogome in that.
Diese Lebensmittel.
Yeah, Gogome. Alright, worms, good worms. That's Gogome. But there's another Gogome somewhere which I can't mention. Take the food Gogome.
Also nicht über die Lebensmittel Würmer.
It will never produce the maggots.
Die werden
Maggots are very stubborn, especially with meat and with food like avocado. Sometimes you cut the avocado into pieces,
auch wenn man die Avocado schneidet
thinking you are going to enjoy it alone.
und ihr denkt, ihr werdet die alleine genießen,
Not knowing there is a hidden officer at the back of the pea
ist da doch was versteckt drin,
that has already satisfied itself with the food already there.
das ist selber schon
And that is the maggot.
und das ist diese Lebensmittel.
Anytime you get pear, when you cut into pieces, check the immediate entrance, which is the back of the pea.
Also immer wenn ihr Avocado oder wenn ihr irgendwas schneidet, dann
Sometimes these maggots make a chamber and hole
Lebensmittel bei uns sind oft
at the immediate back of the pear.
sind dann oft am Anfang.
And when you take it into your intestine,
Und wenn ihr das verdaut oder wenn
it
ihr
can
das
last
schluckt,
and reproduce.
kann es sich erweitern.
And it can create holes in your intestine.
Es kann Löcher in uns machen.
The same applies to animals with fat, like the pig or pork,
Und dasselbe ist mit Tieren, die Fett haben.
without lime,
Ohne Zitrone,
without lime juice
ohne Zitrussaft
or lemon juice. If you don't boil your pork well, it can give you a dangerous condition.
Wenn ihr das Tier also nicht gut kocht, könnt ihr davon auch krank
In
werden.
the University of Ghana, I used to work on pigs, the pig breed department.
In Ghana habe ich auch oft an Schwein gearbeitet.
And if unfortunately one dies, the pork dies, the pig.
Und wenn eins gestorben ist,
We have a dumping site which is sandy with sand there.
gab es einen Ort mit Sand, wo wir hingetan haben.
By the fourth day, you revisit the place.
Und wenn wir zum Beispiel am 4. Tag angeguckt
You
haben,
only see more oil than flesh.
haben wir mehr Öl als Fleisch.
As if the pig was a sherbaka.
Als wäre das Fleisch Sherbet gewesen.
It had melted all over.
Es hat überall, es ist geschmolzen sozusagen.
Meaning, what you see there as extra is maggots.
Heißt also, das, was sie sind dann wieder Lebensmittel.
So if you are fond of eating more pig, you better add lime
Also wenn ihr gerne Schwein isst, dann am besten mit Zitrone
as medicine.
als Medizin.
And before you even prepare your stew, when you are grilling it, you better add something like mint
Und wenn ihr es grillt, dann am besten Minze zufügen.
or alligator pepper.
Oder
Alligator pepper, say alligator pepper. They will understand.
halt Alligator-Gewürz.
Or Ethiopian pepper.
Oder Äthiopien.
Pepper, good. Or there's no Kenyan pepper. Ethiopian pepper. These African spices,
Diese afrikanischen Gewürze,
like the cloves,
wie
the clove, so you clove, pepper, good. So all these African spices, like the marijuana, the grains of Salem in tea is a form with a sulwisa, and grains of paradise is a form with a. So these African spices, these European spices, these German spices, I mean the ancestral spices, not Mr. Maggi, not monosodium.
Also diese Gewürze, diese afrikanischen Gewürze, also nicht Maggi,
They are the best
das sind
to
die
give
besten,
you through your food.
das sind die besten, die euch durch euer Essen heilen.
Never say it's for the poor.
Sagt niemals, es ist für die Armen.
Normally in Africa,
Normalerweise in Afrika,
the poor
die Armen
sell the spices,
verkaufen die Armen die
and
Gewürze.
the poor goes to buy the spices, the natural spices.
Und die Armen kaufen das auch, diese natürlich.
And the rich also go for the money.
Und die Reichen holen sich eher Maggi.
So the more you magnify your body,
Also desto mehr.
the more you sign your death warrant. But the more you clove it, the more you add clove to your body, the longer you live.
Also desto mehr ihr Maggi zu euch nehmt, desto
It's
gleich.
just the same. The poor live at the shores of the sea when you go to Ghana. But here, the big rivers with the houses around them are occupied by the rich. Say hallelujah. It's lack of knowledge. Here, the rich live on mountainous areas.
Hier wohnen die Reichen da, wo Berge sind.
But there's no poor person here because your brain has been nourished already. So you are not poor. Poverty is not about lack of money. Lack of smile is another form of poverty. Always frowning your face. And it's another form of illness.
Also unglücklich zu sein ist auch eine Krankheit.
Lack of cleanliness is another form of poverty.
Wenn man nicht sauber ist, ist auch eine Art von Armut.
Lack of good health is the worst form of poverty.
Ungesund zu sein ist auch eine Form von Armut.
So, when you make mention of poor, it's not about someone who lacks money. Someone who lacks cleanliness, who lacks good place to sleep, who lacks good speech, good communication, who frowns his face all the time. is another poor.
Also wenn wir von Armut sprechen, reden wir
Hallelujah. As Christians, I know you smile always.
Als Christen wissen wir, dass wir oft lächeln.
So, let's move to Mr. Garlic.
Jetzt kommen wir zum Knoblauch.
This is packed with allicin. This has medicinal content for allicin.
Darin ist etwas, was auch zur Medizin gehört, das Allicin.
Whether it's small or big,
Auch wenn es groß, egal ob es klein oder groß ist,
it still has the allicin.
ist es trotzdem da drin.
And also, when you take onion,
Und wenn wir auch bei Zwiebeln oder wenn wir auch
onion
Zwiebeln,
also has the same content.
hat Zwiebeln auch genau dasselbe in sich.
You see, German packaging is tough to destroy. It's well packaged. Okay, I know it's garlic, but I know clove of garlic can do magic. Just a break of a sample of garlic can do magic for your blood pressure and your heart.
Also nur ein bisschen Knoblauch kann Wunder für euer Herzen tun.
Never underestimate the power or the healing power of garlic.
Also unterschätzt niemals, was Knoblauch
When you
bedeutet.
make mention of garlic, someone asks red or white.
Wenn man Knoblauch erwähnt, denkt
Whether the garlic is blue or green,
es ist also egal, welche Farbe es hat.
and it's accepted by Food and Drug Authority.
Und ob es von der
It's still garlic, but we only have here the white and red garlic.
also egal was es ist, es bleibt trotzdem Knoblauch.
Don't take garlic and chew it on an empty stomach.
Nehmt kein Knoblauch und kaut es oder esst es.
It will give you ulcer.
Davon kriegt ihr auch
You are saving to buy a house. You are saving to build a house in Ghana, in Nigeria.
Häuser in
So you deny your stomach food.
Deswegen esst ihr nicht, um zu sparen.
A house that you use 10 years to build
Ein Haus, was ihr 10 Jahre lang baut,
and sleep in it just for 10 days.
um für 10 Tage darin zu schlafen.
The reason is that you don't live in Nigeria, you don't live in Ghana.
Der Grund ist, weil ihr dort nicht wohnt.
So after building the house, you visit there once in 3 years.
Deswegen, nachdem ihr das Haus gebaut habt, besucht
So you will have extra 30 years in your life.
also wenn ihr weitere 30 Jahre daran lebt,
After building the house,
nachdem ihr
you
das
sleep
Haus gebaut habt,
only about 10 days or 10 times.
schlaft ihr vielleicht 10 Mal da drin.
Maximum of 30 days.
Maximal 30 Tage.
But your body is the main house.
Aber euer Körper ist
Your body is the living house.
euer Körper ist das lebendige.
God doesn't live in a dead body.
Gott lebt nicht in einem toten Körper.
God represents your breath.
Gott repräsentiert
Good.
Gott repräsentiert Atem.
That is my only way of praying. Good. So, say a clove of garlic a day. Say it after me, a clove of garlic a day. Keeps the doctor away. In the garden books, we used to learn an apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Wir haben früher gelernt, dass ein Apfel pro Tag uns gesund hält, aber es ist nur ein Stück von Knoblauch.
Not knowing garlic was there before the apple could heal.
Ohne dass wir wissen, dass es Knoblauch gab, bevor der Apfel überhaupt heilen
If you are a big patient, BP, high blood pressure,
wenn ihr ein Patient von hohem Blutdruck seid,
please cut 2 cloves of garlic
nehmt
and soak into 500 ml of water. That's a small bottle of water.
Nimm 2 Stücke
500 ml.
Knoblauch und tut in 500 ml Wasser
Soak it just for 1 hour or more.
und dann lasst ihr das
Yes,
für eine
yes,
Stunde
yeah.
oder mehr.
Let me have. Good. So, this is 500 ml
Das sind 500 Milliliter
of water.
von Wasser.
So, you cut the garlic into pieces.
Also ihr schneidet den Knoblauch klein
As you cut into pieces, make sure your hand doesn't come among the pieces.
Und schneid das natürlich vorsichtig.
This is how it looks.
So sieht das aus.
Don't take it raw or chew it raw.
Kaut das oder esst das nicht roh.
Without food in your stomach.
Ohne vorher gegessen zu haben.
You know soil irrigation. When you went to school in Africa and you see soil erosion everywhere, that same thing can happen to the lining of your stomach. It will erode your stomach. It will deplete the stomach lining because it has the allicin, which is very strong for the stomach lining. Thank you very much.
Also euer Bauch und eure Organe können dadurch kaputt gehen.
So when you take it raw, it will give you burning sensation in your stomach as time goes on, without food.
Also wenn ihr das auf leeren Magen legt, dann fügt euer Magen dazu.
And don't cut garlic into pieces and put in the fridge.
Und schneidet es auch nicht klein und fügt es.
The power of it can go out within few minutes, about 30 minutes.
Die Nährstoffe davon können innerhalb von ein paar Minuten
You have the power, which is the allicin, within it, which can evaporate.
Also diese Nährstoffe gehen verloren,
When it's open there.
wenn man das geschnitten in der Luft
So you better put it in water. You can cut it and put it in water
Also tut es in Wasser
and keep it in the fridge or not.
oder ihr könnt es dann im Kühlschrank
It will
lassen
still retain its power.
und es wird trotzdem noch seine Power.
So if you are having high blood pressure, just cut 2 pieces of this.
Also wenn ihr hohen Blutdruck habt, dann schneidet einfach in
Into
2
the
Stück
500 ml of water and use the whole day to drink it.
in die 500
As you drink it as medicine, you can drink normal water.
Und wenn ihr das als Medizin trinkt, könnt ihr
About
auch
35 minutes of drinking it.
und nach einer halben Stunde.
The reason is that when you drink normal water, it will over-dilute it.
Und wenn ihr zu viel Wasser trinkt, dann ist das auch nicht gut.
Therefore, when you drink this or the water, just about 35 minutes interval, it absorbs well into the body.
Deswegen eine Pause von ungefähr 35 Minuten dazwischen,
And you get the full potential or the efficacy of it
damit ihr die ganzen Vorteile
into your bloodstream.
in eurem Blut schafft.
And what is that? Is that it cleanses your nerves, your arteries, your veins
Es reinigt auch eure Nerven
of arterial plaques or fat
von Fett
or excess fat
oder überschüssigem Fett
or bad cholesterol,
oder schlechten
which is low density lipoprotein. It cleanses your nerves. So a lot of people are experiencing ache.
Also viele Leute haben Schmerzen in ihrem Nacken oder
Yes, aches at the back of their neck.
ja, haben Schmerzen an ihrem Nacken.
A lot of people are having severe pains at the popliteal fossa. We call it popliteal fossa. That is onango. Here. When you touch this part of your leg, you feel that there is a heavy vein here.
Und wenn ihr euch da anfasst, dann merkt ihr,
Yes, others call it sciatic nerve or sciatica.
dass da eine
They get sickness and they say sciatica. So sciatica is the pain you get out of the sciatic nerve or the popliteal fossa. And this can eradicate it just within 10 days.
Und
Garlic.
der Knoblauch kann innerhalb von 10 Tagen
The reason is that the amount of fat you take into your body, the triglyceride, the oils from the fried buffaloes, you know buffaloes, donuts or puff. The amount of oil you take in the meat, the amount of oil you drink yourself without knowing that they are form of oil.
Also die Menge an Öl, die wir zu uns nehmen, egal wodurch
The reason I'm saying the amount of oil you drink is that after preparing your rice,
nachdem der
the stew itself that you fetch onto the top of the rice,
diese Soße, die wir auf den Reis tun,
the oil that you fetch alongside can even fry another fish.
das Öl, was da drin ist, kann noch mal was anderes sein.
So you are injecting oil into your blood, your body completely. But mind you, after eating or enjoying that type of and rice. When you visit the toilet, excuse my word, you will never see the oil on the surface of the water or the beast. It goes directly into your nerves.
Also,
And it accommodates itself for the longest life you live on earth.
also dieses Öl wird nicht mehr ausgeschieden, sondern ist in
But with the use of garlic, it can get rid of it and leave a minimal percentage for your body to work with.
Also indem wir Knoblauch zu uns nehmen, hilft das auch die
Don't talk about its pungent smell. The smell is not good, but the efficacy of it is well assured. Garlic doesn't smell good. Garlic is just like the smell of noni. Who knows noni? In some other places they call it Nino. Some call it Nina in Russia. But noni, N-O-N-I. You can show a picture of noni. It's not native to Ghana or Nigeria, but it was brought from other parts of the world.
Das ist etwas, was aus anderen Teilen der Welt kommt.
They have similar smell
Die haben
and also similar efficacy or the healing power.
einen ähnlichen Geruch und ähnliche Vorteile.
So if you want to protect your liver from fat, you visit the doctor and he said you have fatty liver. Having fatty liver
Also wenn ihr eure Leber von Fett beschützen wollt,
is having 10% of your liver size being occupied by fat.
es kann sein, dass 10% von eurer Leber von
So if your liver was like this,
also wenn eure Leber so wäre,
and you went and it had been occupied with fat and increased more than 9%. 9% is not fatty liver, but more than that to 10% or more, we call it fatty liver.
also wenn es jetzt 10% an Fett ist, dann nennt man das.
It all comes, every human being has fat in the liver,
Jeder Mensch
but it shouldn't exceed 9 to 10%
aber es sollte nicht mehr als
of the
10%,
entire liver size.
aber es sollte nicht mehr als 10% der ganzen
Later,
Leber
when you
sein.
when you eat, you may feel some burning sensation
Also wenn ihr esst, könnt ihr manchmal so
because of fatty liver. And you may attribute it to acid reflux, which is not entirely the case. With fatty liver, you may also have palpitation. Sometimes you may have palpitation or beating of the heart in a severe way.
Also wenn ihr zu viel Fett in oder in der Leber habt, dann hat
You
man
visit
meistens
the
auch.
doctor to check whether your heart is swollen or you have cardiomegaly.
Dann geht man auch oft zum Arzt und
Which may not be the case. But garlic in water, I didn't say garlic in alcohol. I didn't say garlic in appetition. I didn't say garlic in beer. Appetition has nothing good for your body.
Aber Knoblauch in Wasser und nicht in Alkohol.
Beer is for merrymaking.
Wasser.
No, sometimes, not every day. But with garlic
Mit
in
Knoblauch
water,
in
it's
Wasser
a total cleansing element for your body.
ist ein sehr reinigendes Element.
Which, when you continue, you will never visit the doctor for any remedy.
Und wenn ihr das weitermacht, müsst ihr
You
gar
can cut it into pieces and add to your stew
Wenn ihr
with
das
cake
wenn ihr das schneidet und neu
or your eba.
egal wo rein,
Or when you are preparing your jollof.
wenn ihr
Jollof, you know jollof. If you don't know jollof, then you are lost. You see, Ghana and Nigeria has only one battle to fight. And that battle is eternal battle. It has no end. And you know that battle. There's another battle. So the end is that which is best? Nigerian You see, one thing I love about Ghana and Nigeria is that there are two countries in between.
eine Sache, die ich
The Benin Republic and Togo. Yet we know ourselves than they know themselves. As Benin and Togo. So we are talking about the garlic and its uses. Let's move on to the lycopene food. This one is not good for someone suffering from kidney failure. Never take it unboiled. It has a lot of potassium. So if you are having a kidney failure, stage 3A, stage 3B, stage 4, or stage 5, if you are taking tomato, make sure that you have roasted it well. Or you have used it with less soup. Else it will increase your potassium level to the maximum of 7.8 or something within few days. But if you are not having kidney failure, this must be often sunfire. Say sunfire. Sunfire. There are some foods that are not meant to be boiled or fried. Even after frying it or boiling it, try to add some raw part of it to the recipe. When you take tomato raw, be mindful of the seeds that it doesn't get into your appendix, to give you appendicitis. It's one of the painful conditions. I will never pray my enemy experiences it. It's very painful. The appendix has nothing special to provide the body. Only God knows the benefits of that appendix. But when it gets swollen, it can punish you to the extent that you will feel that fire is burning inside. But you can't quench it. Tomato is also good for the skin. If you are having too much pimples, it's an adolescent stage condition. When you are young, developing your pubic hair and so on. You may experience a lot of pimples on your face. And also a viral condition like shingles. Shingles, we call it anansi. It's another condition which can be brought in by HIV virus. And if you have chicken pox, if someone is already here, you will never have chicken pox. No, you will never have it. But if someone somewhere in a village somewhere gets chicken pox, just tell the person to add a little bit of salt water. Just cut it. The knife is sharper than my grandma's teeth. Because it's difficult to squeeze the juice out, or you can blend it and squeeze the juice out. That is very good. So if you get one fruit of the tomato, ripe one.
Also eine reife Tomate nehmen und den Saft.
Just add a teaspoon of salt.
Und dann ein Teelöffel Salz.
To the blended and squeezed juice.
Zu dem
blended and squeezed.
Ausgepressten und
so after blending the tomatoes, you squeeze the juice out of it. And you add a teaspoon of salt. Just apply it to the shingles, the bones that has left on your skin.
Und diese Mischung dann auf die
It will vanish within few days.
Diese Mischung dann auf die
But the virus will still remain in your body even after 30 years.
Der Virus wird auch nach 30 Jahren
And if you are an HIV patient, normally it gets worse with the shingles.
Und dann, wenn man eine Geschlechtskrankheit hat, dann wird es wahrscheinlich auch schlimmer sein.
But I'm not here to talk much about HIV. Because these days, HIV patients look fresher than even a BP patient. The reason is that they are not scared because of the drugs they take. And it's not something to send you to hell. I encourage sick people. It's not the wish of any human being to get a condition or a health condition. So I encourage you that you take your diet well and your medicine also well. So I've spoken about it for shingles and also the chicken pox. Let's talk about Good. We are going to talk about prostate very soon. Every man must protect his prostate gland. Every man must protect his prostate at most the age of 40 upwards. You may experience a little bit of its symptoms. Thank you very much. Let's talk about the pineapple.
Wir reden jetzt über die Ananas.
The ananas commosa, or the ananas, or the pineapple, as we know it. This is very medicinal and it's one of the fully packed anti-cancer medicines.
Das ist etwas sehr Wichtiges,
Both the juice
was auch gegen Krebs hilft.
and the peel
Auch der Saft, aber auch die
are
Schale
all packed with anti-cancer medicine.
ist voll mit Antikrebs.
It fights the free radicals, which causes you to have the cancer.
Es kämpft also gegen die
also-
fehlende Antikörper, damit wir keinen Krebs haben.
And also after taking these small protective shields from it,
Nachdem wir diese
to be left with a bone-like substance.
Also wenn wir alles von den oberen Teil abmachen,
This is very medicinal, but please don't buy it from Africa. They have sprayed a lot of DDT on it. You get my point?
also
Someone
dieser Teil
wants his money. So you just add DDT to water and spray it on it. The next day, you just fetch it from the farm and sell. A lot of people are killing, a lot of farmers are killing the citizens, which is never good. So you just cut it into pieces and chew it as if you are taking carrots.
also dieser Teil
This
einfach,
specific part of the pineapple contains a lot of minerals.
und dieser Teil hat sehr viele Mineralien.
And that is the end of the pineapple's growth.
Und das ist das Ende des Wachstums von
So the rest of the minerals are packed at the top because this absorbs the sunlight to feed the pineapple fruit itself.
Deswegen sind die Mineralien ganz weit oben, weil die am meisten Sonne abbekommen.
And this is part of the sunfire food. You don't boil pineapple to eat it.
Und man sollte Ananas nicht
It's
roh
eaten
essen.
raw.
Das sollte man roh essen.
And there's one good thing also about pineapple and cancer.
Es gibt auch eine gute Dinge,
It fights,
eine gute Sache an Ananas.
it fights cancer from its peel, the juice, the stick, the top, and even the main, the tree, the small one on the ground.
Also
The
jedes,
root of it
also jedes
is
Bestandteil,
packed with anti-cancer medicines,
also jedes Bestandteil davon kämpft.
which are anti-carcinogenic contents. Don't worry about anti-carcinogenic. That is anti-cancer medicines or ingredients. The peel is what I'm going to talk about because we know the vitamins packed in the fruit itself and the juice. But the fruit is what I'm going to talk about. The peel. The peel,
Also ich werde jetzt über die Schale davon reden.
a lot of people experience severe food ache.
Viele, die starke
And
Fußschmerzen haben.
sometimes when you wake up in the morning, your first 2 minutes when you step on the floor, you feel pains under your feet.
Und manchmal die ersten, nachdem man aufgestanden
Sometimes
ist,
it's attributed to late eating, an accumulation of glucose in your body.
und das liegt manchmal daran, an spätem Essen.
But this stops that pain completely.
Aber das,
You just put in your socks and let the surface face the soul. That's as if
also man tut das einfach in seine Socken und dadurch sind die Schmerzen dann weg.
it helps a lot to reduce the pain and gradually eradicate it from the soul.
Es
From the soul.
gibt sehr viel diese
The body
Schmerzen.
of human doesn't only breathe from the nose,
Der Körper des Menschen
but from the skin
atmet nicht nur durch seine
and other
Nase,
parts of the body I can't mention.
sondern atmet durch die Haut.
And this does the magic.
Und das,
The ananas commosa. Once you can just put it in your socks and let the fleshy part, get stick to your skin or the soul. Just do it and give the feedback person.
Also, das
It has a very great antioxidant in it.
Es hat viele Antioxidantien
And good anti-inflammatory medication out of it, which is anti-inflammatory content. And it also helps a lot with burns. Or if someone has cancer already, whether it's stage 2, stage 3, stage 4,
Und es hilft auch mit
just boil it with mint.
Dann soll man das kochen.
Whether the person is doing chemotherapy or radiation therapy,
Gerne die Person
just
Chemotherapie
boil it with mint to support the person to get healed. It really works.
Also wenn man das
I have healed a lot through God's plants.
Ich habe viele Leute durch
And specifically this one, this combination, a lot of cancer patients. And if you want to prevent it, you better stop too much of smoking. Who smokes here?
Und wenn ihr vorsorgen wollt, dann am besten.
I said too much. I'm afraid to say at all. But if you hear me well, then at all. Did you get it?
Gar nicht rauchen,
Because you are cooking your liver gradually.
weil ihr damit auch eure Leber.
You are boiling your liver with the fire.
Ja.
So I'm not afraid to say that. Never smoke.
Also nie rauchen.
Because I've seen a lot of people who were vegetarians, at least 2 with my physical eyes. They were vegetarians. They said, oh, we chew cabbage, carrots every time. And every time you go complain, my chest pain, my rib pain, only burning of ganja and seaweed.
Es gibt viele Leute, die gesagt haben, sie
And the time he realized he was vomiting or coughing blood.
Und es gab einen Punkt,
And that was their end.
wo sie Blut gekotzt
So never allow it. Whether it's cold, if it's too cold, get a wife. Simple.
Wenn es zu kalt ist, dann eine Frau.
So let's talk about the prostate.
Wir reden jetzt über die Avocado.
There's one super food for prostate glands.
Es gibt ein,
The prostate does 2 things for the body of men. Prostate, don't worry, they understand prostate. Because the German term for prostate will not be. Prostate. Okay, prostata. Is it prostata? Oh, okay, that's good. The prostate helps in production of semen or the fluid within which sperm swims. The fluid, when you throw or you thrust your waist on your woman, that fluid that comes is not the sperm, but it's the semen. And the prostate helps to produce that. And also, it helps open the gate for your urine to come out through the urethra. And prostate cancer is one of the most dangerous and disturbing conditions throughout the world.
also Krebs da im.
Before I became the doctor, one of my grandparents had it, the cancer. And he could shout as if he was shouting for the Roman bell to
Jemand, den ich hatte,
ring for the students of the whole town.
hatte sehr starke Schmerzen.
It burned like fire.
Es hat gebrannt wie Feuer.
When it swells out
Und wenn das sich an
and you eat salt,
und man Salz isst,
salt, you see that when something cuts you and you add salt, you feel how it burns.
also wenn man sich
When a knife cuts you and you add salt water to it,
also wenn man
you
sich
feel how it burns. The same thing when you eat salt
genau dasselbe
and you
passiert, wenn man
urinate
Salz isst
into a bowl or a rubber.
und man
After the water has done its work in the kidney, you see that after the night, you see there will be whitish substance in the bowl. That is the salt that you took during the day. When you have prostate issue and you have too much salt in your body or your urine, it aggravates it, it worsens it.
Also wenn man dann dazu noch viel Salz zu sich nimmt, macht es das nur noch
It
schlimmer.
causes it to accumulate more fluid around the prostate gland.
Dadurch entstehen mehr Flüssigkeit.
The same applies to someone who has severe BP and eats too much salt. When he drives a short distance,
Genau dasselbe wie jemand,
he sees swollen feet.
hohen Blutdruck hat.
Swollen feet.
Davon stellen die Füße auch an.
So I advise that you get pear seed, avocado pear.
Also die,
You get the seed, then dry it, cut it into pieces, and dry it.
das trocknen
Then
lassen und schneiden.
have a teaspoonful to half, which is 250 ml, which is this food, this what do you call it, this rubber food. Add a teaspoonful warm water. In the very olden days, scientists used to, especially the textile industry, they used to powder this with the Baphia nitida, which is the buffic acid in the Baphia nitida. In Ghana, we call it the camwood. They used to add the pear seed to the camwood, powder it, and soak the textile in them to get a nice design or color. But here, I'm using it as prostate medicine or preventive medicine for prostate cancer.
Also ich benutze das hier als Vorsorge für Krebs im Prostat.
It's both prostate cancer medication and also preventive medicine for prostate enlargement.
Also es hilft zur Vorbeugung davon.
It really works. If you are a man, you can do more research. But more of our healing products mostly are not found on Google.
Die meisten Dinge, die uns helfen, finden wir nicht auf Google.
The secret of healing
Das
could even be
Geheimnis von
found
Heilung
on TikTok more than Google. Because the man that produces pharmaceutical drugs will never allow you to know the secret of healing.
Also die
You
Leute,
never know it directly.
die
But you know, the villager in your village in Ghana, that old man was able to cure a very contagious condition or a very dangerous sickness that was not able to be cured by the medical doctor.
Es gab einen Mann in Ghana, der durch diese natürliche
It's not that the medical doctor could not have a best solution, but everything for sale is not, every medicine for sale is not for complete eradication of the sickness. So if you have BP and you buy amlodipine today and tomorrow is gone, who is going to buy the rest? If you buy Philippines and you take it for 1 week and you are cured of the BP, who is going to buy the rest? If you buy metformin and you inject insulin, and just within 2 days you are healed, who is going to buy them? You want them to expire, he doesn't want it like that. So you continue taking bit by bit until you get kidney failure out of the BP or diabetes. I sent some reports to Reverend.
Ich habe ein paar
Some of my, I'm very confidential when it comes to you, so I don't show my patient reports on screen. I sent you about 4 patients with total kidney failure on dialysis.
Ich hatte ungefähr 4 Patienten, bei denen
Who were cured less than 2 weeks and got out of dialysis completely. It's here. I didn't have it on my phone and I sent to him. And I have a big laboratory at my hospital, but normally for evidence sake, I let my patient do it at my place and do it somewhere else. So as the healing goes on or progresses, you see how it goes with evidence.
Also ihr seht, wenn die Heilung
There
stattfindet,
is no illness on this earth without a cure.
es gibt keine Krankheit auf dieser Welt.
But the truth is hidden from the masses. So if you look for it, you know. As I told you, the human hair, nice beard, my in-laws nice beard, your hair, you go for the barber to cut, throw it into the dustbin. Then you go and buy an Indian hair. So you plant the hair on your head instead of growing your hair.
Also das menschliche Haar.
When you get diabetes, the planted hair, including that of my wife, can never cure that song. My wife has planted hair on her head.
Meine Frau hat Haare, also eine Perücke.
But in Africa, if you grow your loss as a rasta. The man is a fetish person. You get my point. Don't deny yourself. You are so special also. The hair contains sulfur, nitrogen. It breathes like your roof as you breathe. It contains oxygen. And when you burn it, don't burn it directly on fire. Get a lid, a cover of a saucepan. Then just get your charcoal, lit, then put the hair on it. Keep it for some time. It will turn black and it will start making some ta-ta-ta-ta sound. After that, take it off and grind it where it will be black powder. Add coconut oil to it. I let my patient heal themselves their diabetes sore with their own hair. Just add coconut oil to it. It will turn black as it is. Just apply it to your skin. You are taking medicine from your own body to heal your body. It's pure. Whether it's the German hair, whether it's the African hair, whether it's the Italian hair, whatever hair, when you burn it on that saucepan cover, on charcoal fire, it heals the sore because it provides special nutrients to the body. Your hair has no specific illness. If you are experiencing baldness, it's not the problem of the hair. It's the problem of the hair. You get my point? So have it as one of your best medicines. It really works.
Also nehmt eure Haare als eine der besten Medikamente.
And if someone has stomach cancer, the same thing you can apply it. Just add to warm water, let the person, any form of cancer. No, the person.
Und wenn jemand auch Krebs hat, Magen- oder Bauchkrebs, hilft auch der Kern der Avocado.
Okay, so I will not talk too much. If there is any question, then it comes.
Okay, und falls es Fragen gibt, dann beantworte ich die jetzt gerne.
Any sickness at all, tell me, let me take you to the natural remedies you can use to cure it.
Egal welche Krankheit ich erkläre euch den natürlichen Weg zur Heilung.
Hallelujah. And please, you mentioned about the sciatica, and I want to know more about it.
Okay, the sciatica, which is the problem of the sciatic nerve.
Das Problem mit den Nerven.
Every human being has 4 of it.
Jeder Mensch hat 4 von den Zellen.
And it runs through your core. It's just like a sensory nerve or the high tension, the wire. It goes through firm to your tendons.
Und es hat auch so eine gewisse Stabilität.
So that even when you raise one leg, you will never fall.
Also wenn ihr
It's not only your femur and the fibula that keep you firm on the ground. There are a lot of things, including your brain. So it takes signals also to your body. Even if you urinate, it's like a pipeline within which there are other small pipes. Your sensory nerves also are connected. And when there is age can also cause it. But when there is problem with the food you eat, chemical food or chemicalized food can easily give you problem with the popliteal fossa, which is the sciatic nerve. When there is too much of plaques, arterial plaques or fats, which cannot get out of your system, the very thing is that when you take too much of certain oils into your system, you take it free and by it doesn't appear here. That's the problem. So it remains in your liver and in the veins. If the liver is not able to work on those fats, it will shift it to the body and the body will continue. But where it goes is where it gets its name. You get my point? So with the sciatica, there are certain oily foods and fried foods that you should not be eating. Sometimes you are killing the food and you are saying you are frying it. This one when you go to this restaurant, the way the rice suffers in the frying pan, just on the fire, then you raise it up, then it's cooked. How can you cook food in that way? You are killing the food. All the food nutrients will be gone. And when you go and eat it, you are going to contract the side effect of it into your system. So with the sciatic nerve, are you the one suffering from it? I'll give you free medicine. I brought some medicine. I will not sell it. I'm not here basically to make money.
Ich bin nicht hier, Geld zu machen.
Yes, I'm not here basically. I'm here to propagate the goodness of God through plants.
Ich bin nur hier, die.
But I always work with and I travel with me medicine.
Immer wenn ich irgendwo hinfliege, dann habe ich immer Medizin bei mir.
For asthma, I have a medication for you.
Also,
it is very, very, very good.
Ich kann das gerne mit dir tun.
So, exercise. When you come to church, try to dance.
Wenn ich zur Kirche komme,
the more you dance, the more you exercise your sciatic nerve.
desto mehr ich
It's one of the best remedies. And also, walk the earth by barefoot. Sometimes when you are at home, if it's not too cold, if it's summer, try to walk on the grass, like this part. There are no post compressors. In northern Nigeria, this grass is used for diabetes treatment.
In Nigeria will dieses Gras benutzt werden, um Krebs zu heilen.
Try to walk barefoot. You know, that's why the lunatics, sorry to say, the mad people in your country,
Deswegen sind
they don't want it. Who saw a madman there during the COVID time? How many madmen died during COVID-19? Good. There's no secret. They only walk barefootless.
Sie sind einfach barfuß gelaufen.
You are connecting to the earth directly.
Ihr verbindet euch direkt mit
When
der
you
Erde.
walk barefoot, it helps you to sleep well. Yes. When you go, just get some gravels or some Chinese mats with some small funds on it. In the evening, take off your shoe, walk on it. If you have a street at your place, when it's not cold, just walk on the street with your socks only. Your socks.
Am besten überall laufen ohne
I don't want anybody to arrest you because you be walking back and you say this one of the African madmen. No. I don't want to say unfortunate importation. You can wear your socks, black socks, then walk on the bare streets.
Könnt mit euren Socken auf
And
der
it
Straße
really
laufen
helps.
und
You will
zählen.
live without drinking medicine. That will be your best medicine.
Und ihr werdet leben.
And if you find it difficult sleeping, do that. In your room, on your compound, just maybe once even a week is good. Don't let the children do all the work at home. Join them with your bare foot, and you see the miracles in your form.
So alles, was ihr macht, wenn ihr das barfuß macht.
And also, when you wear barefoot, it also boosts your immunity, the energy.
Das hilft eurem Immunsystem.
The thing is that your tendons, your toes, all the nerves and veins connect to various organs of your body. So as you walk barefoot, you exercise in the Good. Okay.
Praise the Lord.
Okay.
Please, I want to ask, if someone had arthritis, is there any food or fruits that we can use to manage it or sustain?
Good. Arthritis is problem of the bone and nerves. We have the rheumatoid arthritis, osteoarthritis. They are all related to where you are suffering the condition. It is osteo, which is bone, osteoporosis. They are all sweet names that you can give to your babies, but they are dangerous. The best is to refrain from fatty foods,
Hier ist es auch am besten.
artificial foods,
Hier ist es am besten auch.
unnatural foods. Drink more water
Yes.
and do walk on the barefoot. One of the best I can recommend. You can get gravel here. I don't know whose house we are going to build the gravel soon. But on the street, you can walk barefoot, as I said. It really helps. And drink more water than soda. You see, the more you drink the soda, the more you sign your death warrant.
Also sozusagen, dass das vorher schon gesagt wurde,
It's
am
just
besten
sugar,
essen mit wenig
water, carbon or soda, and death.
Also am besten weniger mit Zucker oder Öl oder
I know someone who was brought to me about 2014. I have opened one of my branches at Someone that time, and a man was brought to me in an ambulance. And the size of the man is about 3 times of the biggest person here. Very broad, gigantic, huge. I can't even give an expression in words. Very big. The man had slept for more than 1 week and was still sleeping to glorify Coca-Cola. Because he used to work with the Coca-Cola company in Ghana. And then when you enter the factory, you can drink as much as you want, but you can't take it home. The man thought he was wise. When he was broke, his trouser, half of his trouser could sew a cover and slit, a whole cover for the wives. Very huge because of the sugar, the carbon that he had taken into his body for a number of years. So refrain from these things. I call them things because they are not food.
Also davon auch fernbleiben von den ungesunden Sachen.
Okay, 3 more questions.
Someone had a problem with their maybe like mine, I got the glucose. And I got
The children said, oh yes, you can. You can. Okay, your hair is still dripping. Yeah, the nose is still good. It's not spoiled. Okay, I was talking about the plantain there. That one can't water it, so it doesn't grow. So, one.
Hallelujah. Please, if someone is diabetic and the doctor said the person had the insulin in the body is low, is there any food that the person can eat that's good?
The best thing I would recommend is call the people in Nigeria, your family, to bring you mango leaf.
Also am besten die Familie anrufen von Mango, Blätter.
You are extreme. Ghana. So I want to say, mango are
Also wir haben
no one
auch
else.